What's up guys? I'm back. So in this video, starting off bareface, and I'm gonna show you how I do my foundation, my complexion, all that jazz. And if I sound a little weird, I'm sick, but what else? Yeah, so, okay, first off, I prime. NYX pore filler. I actually really love this stuff because they're not like huge pores, they're a little big, just like along here, and then I always get creases in my expression lines during the day, and I found that this actually helps a lot, so I always put it there too. And I just basically rub it in, but I kind of rub it in hard so that it gets like right in there. And then expression lines, and sometimes, well, every day I do my chin. Alright. And then I go in with the NYX Photo Loving Primer. This is basically a dupe for the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, because I was using that for the longest time, and then I tried this and it literally did the exact same thing. Feels the exact same. And it works, and I love it. Plus, it's a lot cheaper too, so there's that. Alright, so I usually let that sink in for a little bit. So yeah, I'll be back in a few. So, weird thing, I always keep my foundations, well, like basically everything, in the box still. I don't know why, until like the box is like completely disgusting, but like I've had it for a while, so you can see how like high up it is. It's Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and I love it. So I usually put like 1-2 squirts on the back, and then I'll put that over there, and then I'm gonna take my Real Techniques like foundation brush and just go like this. Basically like paint it on, just so I can get like wherever it is. Alright, down my nose and on my forehead. And then I usually get my eyes too, because half the time I don't actually use a primer. I just use like concealer and foundation. Alright. And then I'll put that down, whoops. Pick up my really dirty beauty blender, and then, because I hate wasting product, I'll wipe it off on the back of my hand, and then just go in. Now that that is all blended in, I like to like go in real quick because it dries quick. Again, in a box, my Kat Von D Lock-It concealer in L1 Neutral, and then I just do like little lines like here, like that. I love this concealer so much. And then I do right there because it actually really highlights a lot. Down my nose, and then just up here. Shit. Okay. And then I'll just wipe that there. And then I go in again with my beauty blender. still really freaking fair, but can't change that. Well, like, you can, but like, nah. I ain't got no time for that. Alright. Fuck. I also drop a lot of brushes, so there's that too. Okay, so then I'm going to take my beauty blender and just really blend out my under eyes because it'll crease, and then I go in with my NYC loose translucent setting powder and then just kind of like dab it, and then once it's like fully covered, then I'll swipe, and then I'll go on to the other eye. Perfect. And then I always get around my nose, and I'll pick up like a lot on the side of my brush. It's really dirty. And then just kind of get right in there, and on my nose I usually like let it sit for a bit. And then we'll just go like that. I always get my upper lip because it's now hot, really hot. So that's where I sweat. So I just want to make sure that that's like really set nice and good so it doesn't like fade off during the day. And then I'll always get my chin. And then if I have like leftover, I'll just go a little bit more under the eye. And then like I said, my expression lines. So I always have to go back in with the beauty blender and blend that out again, and then pick up some more setting powder and then just kind of like go like this. I put a lot on and it's like flying everywhere, but I put a lot on, and then that way it kind of not really bakes it, but like a little bit, and it just kind of sets it where I blended it out, so it's not going to go back into those lines. Well, depending on the foundation, depending on what foundation I use. If it's like a thicker one, then yes, but this one usually no. So that's good. And then once I'm done that's kind of, oh, my eyes. I always forget that. Okay. So like I said, I just prime my eyes with foundation or whatever. So then I'll take that brush again and the translucent setting powder, and then just kind of like go over. And then that kind of like sets them for whenever I'm ready to do my eyes. All right, and then I go in with my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder foundation, and I'm not actually this color, it's shade 2, nude, but like, I don't know, I like it. I bought it like before I started working at NYX, and I bought it at like one of the at like Shoppers or something that carried it, so I just kept on using it, and I like it because it's not like a really full coverage powder, so it's not really gonna go like this color on my face like really hard, and it doesn't oxidize. And then I always put some on my nose because since I powdered my nose with the translucent setting powder, it can get kind of just like all really one color, and I don't want my nose to be like that. And then sometimes I'll go in with my bronzer, and it's the Wet n Wild Color Icon. Take it to Brazil. And then I'll take my Morphe M527 brush. Again, it's dirty. What is? And then I always do my temple, well, not my temples, I guess kind of like the top of my head. Rub some on my nose, just a tad. And then I'll like pack it on like one side basically. And then just kind of like go in on my cheek. And then down on my neck a little bit. And then this side. Bam. See? I'm not a ghost anymore. I usually switch between my NYX taupe blush or the NYX contour palette, but today I'm going to use the taupe blush. And then I go in with my Morphe, ooh, I can't really see that, Morphe R14. Again, really dirty. I'm washing them today. But, yeah, so I know I saw Manny MUA use this, but I actually ordered it before I watched him say that it was one of his favorite brushes to contour, so I was like, huh. But yeah, so I use this guy, and then I'll just get it like right on the side there, and then right along my cheekbone. Just underneath. And I like a pretty like strong contour, so I just keep going in. Okay, so both sides are done now, so I'll check like this side, and then I turn like this just to see if they're both like dark enough and blended up enough, because like I said, it blended up just a little bit more. Usually this side I go a lot like easier on, and then so I just have to like match it up. And then yeah, so I'll shut that, and then I have to grab one more thing because I forgot. Okay. So then I use the NYX eyebrow, whatever, so it's backwards. I use the NYX eyebrow marker in shade medium, and then I just like on my little beauty mark, so I have one here, 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 and here, so I just kind of like emphasize them. I usually do it before I put like my bronzer or contour on, but sometimes I forget, so it's okay. I'll just go like that. Oops. If I put too much on, I just dab it out. Or like I can also go over and cover it with powder again, so that's like, it's not really a big deal. There. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with my blush, if I can find my brush. There it is. Okay. So I am using, where is it? Oh, I have to open it. Fuck. Ha. Okay, I'm using NYX. Fuck. Not sponsored. I work there, so now I have a crap load of NYX stuff. And it's whenever, most of the time when I do my makeup, I go to work, so it's just a lot of NYX stuff. It's their Down to Earth blush. It's like this really pretty like orangey coral kind of peachy shade. So then I'll just like dip it in, and I use my Morphe M509. Tap it off. And then just blend it into that contour. Okay, and then I'll always kind of just like blend it up here into my like contour up there as well, just because it'll give you that, it'll just add to that sun-kissed glow, because like half the time you're not going to be just like fully tanned, right? Just adds like just a little bit more. So, all right, Now, highlight. I know a lot of people have actually been asking how I do my highlight, and I will show you now. So I'm using my favorite one. It's my Ofra Beverly Hills highlighter. I hit pan on one of them, and I'm very sad. Very sad. Alright, so now I'm going to take my Anastasia A23 highlighting brush, and then I usually kind of like, I hit more on the white, but I'll just kind of like swipe on all these three. Tap off the excess, and then right along the cheekbones. If it's not like poppin' enough for me, I'll go in with my Fix Plus or my Pixie Glow Mist. Just spray my face. One, that helps all the powders just kind of melt into my skin more. And then I'll just go right over top of that with my highlight. Yeah, with my highlight. And that just makes it like pop even more. And then my brows. So I'll show you how I do my brows. NYX Tame and Frame. So I basically take it. Oh, and I'm using an Essence. It's an eyeliner brush, but it's also really dirty. But it's like the smallest. See how small that is? Yeah, it's like the thinnest brush ever. So I use that for my brows because it's amazing. And then I'll just kind of like dig a chunk out and put it on the back of my hand like that. Put this away. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit right up close, and I have my little mirror down here, so if I look down a lot, it's because I'm looking at my mirror, okay? So just kind of like, I go like this to get the tip really thin, and then I'll start on the bottom of my brow. Just kind of bring it out. And then, because my brows are like, they stop way over here, I bring it out a bit so that it actually like, they don't look too far apart. 'Cause when I was younger, I just over plucked, and then now they just don't grow back in. And then I just kind of like flick up with my brush and then turn it sideways for like hair. Hair like strokes. Okay. And then I always do like the top, but I don't start where I started from the bottom. There. Yeah, so I start like here, and then I'll like fade it into this, like kind of like that. And then I bring it over to my my arch, and I like a really like defined like sharp arch. So we'll just bring that over. And then once I get to the arch, I just kind of like put it down, and there you go. Yeah. So like stamp it basically wherever I want it, and then I pull it down. And that gives me a nice sharp arch from like the tip of the brush. And then I'll go like this and start on my tail. And sometimes I want it just a little bit more archier. Archier, oh my god. And then I bring it down because I like a nice sharp tail too. See? Sometimes this side it gets like a little like bow in it. It's not so straight, but that's okay. And then I'll just kind of connect them. And then fill it in. There. Ta-da! One brow done, not done. See why I need to do my brows now? At first, like, I never did them, ever. Back. Never did them, but, like, now I'm like, how can I just can't not do them. Now I'm taking the NYX Control Freak, can't even read that, brow gel, and then I just brush it through, basically. This is like cement. It's basically like the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, which is really great. Okay, now I'm gonna go and do this eye or eyebrow. So I'll be back. Hello, back. Now I have two brows on. Yeah. So my phone just fell off its like little filming setup. That's what I film on. It's kind of funny, but also not. But anyway, so I forgot to say that the Tame frame that I use is in shade brunette, and that's what I used. Nice and dark. I kind of like the more bold, you know. Okay, so now I usually spray my face with Fix Plus or my Pixie Glow Mist, which I'm almost out of, but I have a backup already, so got that. And then I'll spray my face once I'm done all my makeup with like my NYX Dewy Setting Spray or my Pixie Glow Mist again. Basically right now I just want to get rid of like all the powdery, make everything kind of melt into my skin, and just kind of give me a little bit more hydration right now. But yeah, in the summer, which when it gets real hot, I'll probably just go with my NYX Matte Setting Spray again, because it's gonna get so hot and I'm already like sweating ball sack, so yeah. All right, and that is it for my complexion. So I am doing an eye look right after this, so I don't know what one's going up first, but I'll link that below in the description. Same with all my products. And yeah, if you like this and learn something, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.